All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about Charles Oliveira, because guess what? 155 pounds has a real champion now, right? You know, someone retires from the division and they kind of leave the belt. They've already beat most of the contenders. Remember, everyone was like, he hasn't beat Oliveira, dude. Oliveira was on like a 7-fight win streak when Khabib retired. Maybe 8, actually. Maybe 8. 8? Khabib retired when Oliveira was on an 8-fight win streak. Okay, which is fine, because Khabib didn't say, he did actually say there's no one there for me to fight. Actually, he did say that. These guys are so below me, like there's no one there for me. But he was saying that about Dustin and Conor because obviously they were trying to set up the Conor and Khabib rematch. But Charles Oliveira was on an 8-fight win streak, and Khabib retires. They would have put the belt up for the Dustin and Conor fight if they weren't trying to set the Khabib thing up and they really thought he was going to retire. But so they just put it up in Chandler and Oliveira. And so Oliveira becomes a champion, and it's like, okay, he's the champion, right? Like, okay, he's the champion. But I did a video this morning that I took down because it was performing anyway. I took it down. And what I said in that video were 2 things. I said, when I'm watching Oliveira in these embeddeds and like where I'm getting to see how he is carrying it in these like UFC events as the champion, I like how he looks, man. Like in terms of, I think he looks like a guy who is carrying being champion very well. Like he looks like a guy who feels like he was meant to be there. He's not nervous. He's carrying it like a champion. He's not scared. The weight of the belt is not a bad thing that's going to hurt him. And then also I said, and if he does win, you have a real champion at 55. This is not a consolation prize anymore. Like he's the real champion. Where if Dustin would have been the champion, you still have the specter of the retired champion choked you out, right? Not Charles. So now we got a real champion at 55. And congratulations to him, right? And here's the other thing, like Dustin, I just got done doing a video about Juliana Pena and the top of the mountain that she's on, and also Cody Garbrandt and the low where he is, which is like, the worst case scenario as a fighter, like, or a fighter of his caliber, right? It's your worst case scenario. You're out of options now, and you have to face the rest of your life. I mean, I don't want to get super dramatic about it, but I don't know what the UFC is supposed to do with him now, and I'm saying this like as an enormous Cody Garbrandt fan, and like a fan of him as a person, not just as a fighter. Like if I had his cell phone number, I would text him something tonight and I wouldn't bother him yet. But like I would go like be ready to give him like really like give him support for real, because this is not a small thing he's going through right now. But like, so I just got done kind of talking about that. And some of the other guys that were on my live stream were saying like Dustin's, after Dustin lost, they're like, he's going to be devastated, man. Like he's going to be totally devastated like the Khabib fight. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. And he wasn't. So it was that, I was saying that before he actually stood up and was like with Charles. I was like, that's no. And the reason is because as much as this stuff is about glory and legacy, it's also about money. It's about money, because at the end of the ride, for everybody who hasn't made it all the way, there's the specter of going into retirement, a 40-year-old former fighter with no job experience, with $60,000 in the bank, maybe, and no idea how you're going to make a living for the rest of your life with a family, Like when I see these fighters rolling around in like when I see fighters rolling around with like super expensive shit, I mean, not Conor, obviously, but other guys that I know have probably made a couple $1,000,000 or whatever. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, just because of, not because like someone else who was making money like that couldn't buy that stuff. It's like, do you understand how short a period of time you're going to be making money like this? But anyway, that's beside the point. But that's like the biggest fear. The ultimate fear of any fighter is to be done late in their career and have no job prospects and no money and no idea how they're going to like make ends meet, right? Now, Dustin has crossed that box off completely. He's rich. Like he's not just like, oh, I don't have to wear it. He's rich now, So he won't be the champion. Now, when he fought Khabib, okay, that was different. You know, like he made a lot of money for the Khabib fight, but he didn't go into it rich. Like he hadn't already felt what it feels like to be financially really, really stable. You know, he probably had, I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't have, I don't know, $400,000 or $500,000 in the bank, maybe even $1 million. But that's still not enough money to live the rest of your life with, right? And so when he lost to Khabib, that was like, it was right there for him to take, like the everything. You know, the full financial, the champion of the world, it was all right there, and he lost it. Like it slipped through his fingers. He lost because he lost a fight to another man that beat it out of him. And he's thinking to himself about his kids and what that money would have meant for their life. And he lost it in a fight. Like he let another man take that from his kids. That's the kind of thing that would, you know. Okay, now that shit's gone. Like he made so much money on the Conor fight. He's fine, you know. And I knew he would be for that reason. And so congratulations to Dustin, because ultimately, whether you were the champion or not the champion, like the undisputed champion, the only person that actually cares about you, about that at the end, is you. Right? Like to regular folks, like I try, some like UFC fighters that I talk to, they're kind of not like super well-known guys. And then like if they, I don't know, they join like one of my live streams or something. And someone will ask them a question about like a fight that they lost or something. And you can just see in their face, oh man, I really want to get that back. And like, you can just tell like they still feel like a person who lost a fight to someone like in the schoolyard, and they don't understand. They just don't understand. Like to like a regular civilian, they're like, dude, you're a UFC fighter. You think that I'm looking down on you because you lost a fight? You're a fucking superhero, dude. Like you're a superhero. And like Dustin Poirier, in, you know, a year after his retirement, you think anybody's gonna be like, man, gosh, real bummer that you never fucking won the big one. Like it's literally just about the story you tell yourself. And if Dustin Poirier can tell himself that his career is anything other than a fucking wild, destiny-filling success, then he needs to fucking check his head. And I guarantee you, he's a gratitude guy. He's fine. Cody, not so much right now. But good for Dustin. Hopefully he made some good money tonight. Hopefully he... Dude, you know what he should have done? Read my mind. Read my mind. Okay? He should have. If he was Chael Sonnen, what would he have done? Or if he was me, what would he have done? Actually, I would have been too... I can't turn it on like that when I'm actually like fire passion on a thing. But maybe if I could have really snapped into it, he should have grabbed the mic and been like, hey, just so you guys are clear, I lost this fight on purpose. I lost it on purpose because I want that Irishman. And if he wants to go weigh 190 pounds, fucking 300 pounds, whatever, I'll meet him wherever he wants. He wants to do this thing at light heavy, we can do it at light heavy. I lost on purpose because he can't take a title shot. So congratulations, Charles. But I did this on purpose so I could go fight that Irishman or something like that. You know, maybe not, I did him, but whatever. Something about, fuck it, I want to fight Conor. Because why not? Like, why not? Just set yourself, I mean, may as well go get the fucking money, dude. Like, what? Go get the money. Ensure you're going to get the money, because Conor could still weasel his way out of that fight, dude. But not if you say, let's run it back. Then Conor would have to turn it down. That's why you have to ask for that fight. Assuming that you want another $8 then $9 million for your retirement, which I'm sure you do, you have to ask for it. You have to call Conor out, because then Conor would have to duck you to not fight you. Right? Anywho, that's what I've got. So congratulations to Charles. Congratulations to Dustin also. Congratulations to Juliana Pena, Cody Garbrandt. Things will work out. Just, you'll feel better. It'll take a little bit. I've been through it, dude. I promise you I've been through it. Identity tied up in what you do, and then you lose the thing. I believe me. I know. And you haven't lost the thing. But, yeah, I know he's not going to watch this, so I'm not like, normally I would be like, just in case he sees this, I don't want to say anything too harsh. He's not going to watch this. He's not going to be watching anything about this. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. All I was going to say is I don't have any like words of encouragement of like, well, here's a like a path for you in the UFC, because that's why this fight was so fucking huge. And man, soul crushing for him. But anyway, that's what I got. Love you guys. Peace.